Which song is that? Sunita le gaउने गीत. सुजन जी यो कस्तो लाग्यो यो गीत सोनाम लोसारको
एकदम रमाइलो रहेछ चाहिँ
मैले पहिलोचोटि सुनेको अब चाहिँ हामी धेरै नगरौँ अब चाहिँ हाम्रो गेस्टहरूलाई ल्याउँ सो सबभन्दा पहिले लेट्स ब्रिङ Tom, you are in the air. Very thank you for taking this time and coming to our radio Nepal USA. We like to welcome you. So Tom, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Thank you for having me here. This is like first time on the radio talk show, so it's very interesting. So yeah.
Oh,
谢谢谢谢，新年快乐。
All right, let me introduce another guest. हाम्रो अर्को गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ Seattle from Seattle, Washington State, Dr. Nawang Sherpa. Nawang dai, we welcome in Radio Nepali USA. आज समय निकालेर आइदिनु भएकोमा धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद. So, 你在Seattle怎么样?
还是先我跟你说啊，thanks for inviting me to your radio station. 祝全世界中国人新年快乐，万事如意，身体健康。संसारभरिका नेपाली दाजुभाइ उहाँ लोसार मनाउनेहरूलाई मेरो लोसारको शुभकामना तथा टासीले. Thanks for inviting me.
All right, now so we will continue today's 2 घण्टाको हाम्रो जर्नी सुरु हुनेछ र त्यसपछि म ल्याउँदै छु अर्को हाम्रो गेस्ट long, far and far away, all the way from the Australia. My friend, dear friend, हामी सँगै चाइनामा क्लास कलेजमा पढेको थियौँ, मिस्टर रवि तण्डुकर. रविजी, तपाईलाई रेडियो नेपाली युएसएमा स्वागत छ. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, good.
大家好，祝大家新年快乐，万事如意。我是来自 Sydney, Australia， म सिडनीबाट बोल्दैछु अहिले। केही चाइनिज पनि बिच बिचमा छ नि बोल्दैछु। I hope nobody minds.
No,
Thank you very much.
Have you forgotten your Chinese or still practice?
I still get a practice with my in-laws time to time.
All right. So how was your Chinese New Year celebration?
Oh, it was great. So we celebrated yesterday with my family. My wife is Chinese background. She's a Chinese Australian. So obviously that helps. So her entire family, of course, it's a big day. So we follow the Chinese traditions. Family get-togethers, the Chinese dishes, symbolizing all the Chinese good things from back home.
Right.
So yeah, it was a great day.
Oh, all right. 非常的高兴，我在很多年以后在这个节目里跟你见面，我欢迎。
谢谢。
Okay, now I have a very special guest, all the way from the capital of United States of America, Washington D.C., Baltimore area, Miss Sunita Amatya and her son Sudin Amatya. Welcome to the Radio Nepali show. We welcome you. One inning, Chuni Sinyan Kwaila. You are in the air, Sundari and Sudin.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Susan, for inviting us. Happy New Year, Sinyan Kwaila.
Thank you, Jay Uncle. Thank you, Didi, for inviting me on radio show, Sinyan Kwaila.
Awesome. So, dear listeners and dear friends, especially Sudin is Nansing the Shahwaza. He's almost like second generation, and he went to schooling here. But I'm very glad that he can speak not only English, of course, he can speak, but he speaks Chinese and also Nepali. So I feel that he's a role model for the lot of people of Nepali origin, kids in America or anywhere I would say in Australia or even I say in UK, Canada, everywhere. Because right now, if you know more language, thus you have more tools to market yourself and your professional career, or even if you want to start a business, so you have the world is kind of is a market, because you see that right now, US is number one, but I don't know how long the US will be number one in the market, the GDP and the market size. So China is right behind, and there are other countries. So if you know the Chinese, definitely you can use as a positively, and is a good tool for you. So again, I would like to welcome all the guests. So I will go chronologically. I will start this is a segment of what is your story. This story I'm going to start with Tom. So Tom, could you tell us about your story? Where did you grow up, and how did you end up in America, and how was your kind of brief story about your life?
Okay. So I was born in Taiwan, Taipei. And then when I was about 16, my parents, they want to immigrate to South America, Argentina. So we all moved there. And then we were there for about 5 years. And I graduated my high school in Argentina. So therefore, also I'm speaking fluently in Spanish. So a lot of people, they are surprised. So, and then until today, when I speak Spanish, I don't have any Chinese accent. But when I speak English, I have a Chinese accent now.
Wow.
So that's very interesting.
So Tom, how to say Happy New Year in Spanish?
Spanish, Feliz Año Nuevo.
Wow. So how many languages you speak, Tom?
I speak, Spanish, English, and Chinese, and then I understand 2 more Chinese dialects, and I speak Taiwanese also because I was born in Taiwan. So, yeah. Then they come to the United States and went to UC Berkeley and graduated. and then working in various retail big box chain. The last job was merchandise manager from Best Buy store. And then I started doing the loan and the real estate about 20 years ago. I'm an older guy, so, but I definitely don't behave old, so.
You look 很年轻，我不相信你。
很年轻啊，我现在已经62岁了。
Oh my God, I cannot believe it. So,
yeah, I'm an old man. Compared with you, I mean, not compared with Sudin.
So 你在阿根廷的时候，你说你以前看过马拉多纳？
我没有遇见他，但是我们那次是那个，因为那个他打那个 World Cup 嘛，打了第1名嘛，所以我们都没上课。第2天，我们那个 high school 都没有上课，每个人都在街上跑来跑去，在 celebrating，yeah。所以然后那个老师也没有办法，他们就说 OK，it's OK， 那今天就不上课了，今天这样子。所以每个人在街上跑来跑去，高兴得很，非常高兴。
So, dear listeners, what Tom is saying that he was in Argentina when Argentina won the World Cup in 1978, I think, that time. And he was going his high school, and everything was closed, and people were celebrating on the street, and there was no school were closed, and so he is just sharing that. I'm a big fan of Maradona, and I think Ravi. I mean, there's a lot of people, very sad that we lost him recently. So it's like, whenever you feel that there is a soccer, there is a Maradona, right, Ravi? What do you have any comment about this? Tom's.
No, of course, yeah. I know, especially with you, because even when he was in China, Jay was our soccer leader. So every day at the end of the day, around 4 p.m., he'll gather everyone from the Loshar from the foreign students building, and he'll gather everyone and go and play soccer. And like it or not, we have to go. So my football life started with JP as well. So I can understand how JP will be passionate about, Maradona or football or Argentina. I can understand you completely, Jay.
Right. No, because he not only that, because he was the star for many. I mean, like even a lot of Nepalese people, when we watched the game, we were Chayo, Argentine Chayo, like we are following the Argentine win the World Cup, and there's so many fans. So it's like a very sad. We lost him this year, but Tom is bringing this memory that, he had that experience, this celebration in the Buenos Aires. So that's amazing. Nawang, do you want to share something about this Maradona and Tom's story?
I don't want to disappoint Tom. I just been a big fan of Brazil. So Tom, don't get mad.
No. Like a lifetime rival, Argentina and Brazil, so.
我就不懂足球，我只知道是那个巴西打得好。
应该是比较好，对他们 they are way better. I mean, like chronologically, they are better than Argentina. Yeah, they are more consistent. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so Tom, could you share some of your this New Year experience in Argentina and then here in US and China? How this is a difference? How it is celebrated differently?
Well, in Taiwan, they are more traditional, just like Ravi was talking about, like parents, relative, everybody get together and having those Chinese traditional, like 饺子, and then we eat fish, 年年有余, just like you gotta have a whole fish, right? So it's like traditional.
Right.
So we did all those back home. But then when we went to Argentina, is that because there were very few people there. So we couldn't celebrate Chinese New Year properly. So we just did like whatever we can, Of course, we can handmade those Chinese dumpling, but it take a lot of time though. So my mother got to do a lot of work to make it. So we just have like something like 1 or 2 items remind of us the Chinese New Year. But when we come to the United States, it's different because there are a lot of Chinese restaurants readily available. We just go to a Chinese restaurant like with my parents, my brother, family, and my family. So we all went Chinese restaurants to celebrate. It's way easier.
Right.
So
what is your favorite restaurant here in the Bay Area? Like where you go?
Bay Area, actually, there's a lot of restaurants though. Like say 五月花, by President or Dublin 五月花. Yeah, that one's pretty nice. And the Koi Palace in Daly City is a very nice restaurant.
Oh, nice.
But you have to go there early in the morning, otherwise you'll be If you don't get into the first sitting, you gotta wait like at least 45 minutes for the first table to leave. So you gotta be the first sitting, otherwise you gotta wait.
Right, right. So let me ask the similar question to Sunita. So you were in China, in Shanghai. How was? Can you share your experience with the celebrating New Year in your in the college time or any specific?
When I was, that's long time before, when I was in China as a student, as an engineering student, and Jay was my junior actually. So we just used to get together as students. We just used to get together and go to Shanghai, that city, right? I went to Shanghai Tongji University. And Jay, you were from Wuxi, right? Wuxi University.
So we are like 2 hours by train. So when we wanted to, we used to go, like Ravi and me and Basanta. We are 3 classmates. So when I say, hey, let's go to Shanghai, we have this momo. Now we are going to. So we just really remember. You want to share something, Ravi?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So I remember Sunita is a place similar with some of our other colleagues. Shishupal was there as well, right?
Exactly.
Same university, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
From Wuxi, it was like Wuxi is like a small town village, 2 hours away from Shanghai. And then we used to go to Shanghai every weekend, probably. And just go around the city, and we used to go and stay with our friends in other universities. And I remember the Chinese New Year used to be a very big festival, of course, a lot of crowd, a lot of festivities going on, a lot of fireworks at nights, a lot of foods out in the street, the Chinese cakes, all the Chinese programs on TV and outside, everything is decorated in red. So in China, of course, it's a massive celebrations, right? Especially in the mainland. So there's no doubt about it. And we students, we used to participate in some of those activities. We used to have our own parties back in our universities and colleges with our friends, right? So it was, of course, in China, definitely the biggest festival, right? So there's no doubt that everyone just gets involved in it. Yeah.
Right. So how is your celebration? Because I see there's a huge Warren, Sydney. Sydney 的那个春节怎么样？那个那边。
Sydney 的春节很大，因为 Sydney, I can probably outside of China, outside of even Asia, probably one of the biggest Chinese New Year festivals happens in Sydney. I don't know about US. I've heard some people compare, but the one in Australia is even more intense because of the festivities, the way the Chinese culture is ingrained in the Australian society these days. Chinese people are everywhere in every area of the society, right? So it's almost like a national festival now. It's not just a Chinese New Year. It's almost a country, whole country joins in the festival. So it's a very big thing here.
All right, yeah. So especially in the US, it's like there is a big Chinatowns, especially in San Francisco is one of the big one. Then we have a Seattle, and then we have Chicago and New York. So Seattle,
we have that too.
Dr. Sherpa, so how is the celebration of this Chinese New Year in Seattle area?
And usually we have a big celebration, but because of the COVID-19, we have not been doing anything particular. But we've been wishing our friends and families, and I've been very connected to the people from Toishan. And so probably Tom, Tom can elaborate on that. This is amazing people, which is the bottom line is not eating and drinking, but it's the wish, having all the families together. So it's just fun.
Right. So that's amazing. So now let me ask Sunita. So you are very close to the capital, and there is a lot of these governmental ambassadors and Chinese bigger community there. How is have you ever celebrated in Chinatown there, Chinese New Year? Or how is your?
Yes, Chinatown. Not this year. Definitely not this year because of COVID. So there is a at 7th and H at Washington DC Northwest. There is a big Chinatown there. It used to be beautiful out there.
All right, so no, so
But not this year, I don't wear.
how about this year? I would request you, maybe we celebrate here in the radio. Maybe would you like to sing a couple of songs or dance or something? Maybe I know you from the old days.
Chinese song? Okay, one Chinese song.
And singer. So I'm gonna put you in a spot. So like, could you maybe sing one song that you like in the old days to just
Yeah, definitely. You know, so when I was as student in China, I really like that karaoke, and I used to sing karaoke, you know, on the street even, right?
in the street.
And I really enjoyed this one song, and one of my favorite singers, Chi.
Oh, like let me ask Tom. Tom, you are.
I can sing that.
You are from Taiwan.
Huh?
I heard of Chich, yeah, but I don't know how to sing.
Chi from Taiwan. Yes,
Yeah, it's from
Chi
Taiwan.
is
Yeah,
from Taiwan.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I really like him, and one of my favorite songs from him is 大约在冬季.
Oh,
Have you heard about that?
我听过那首，但是记不清楚了。现在。
你听过？
听过，
but I cannot remember.
Yeah.
Song. Yes.
Yeah, let's.
I can sing that.
Yeah, let's.
Jay, do you want me to sing now?
Yeah, let's please give a big round of applause to Sunita for
Okay.
beautiful.
Sudin will help me to play guitar. Sudin is playing guitar for me. Okay. You just come close to hear about. Okay. Sit like this. Start. Loud. 亲的，我想离开你，请将眼球的泪湿去。漫漫长夜里，未来日子里，亲爱的，你别为我哭泣。前方的路虽然太凄迷，请在笑容里为我祝福。虽然迎着风，虽然下着雨，我在风中思念着你。没有你的日子里，我会更加珍惜自己。没有我的岁月里，你要保重你自己。你问我可是屁股里，我也轻声地问你自己。不是在此时，不是在可是，我想大约不是在冬季。不是在可是，不是在此时，我想大约不是在冬季。
Wow, man,
I remember a little bit.
太棒，真的很棒，很棒。
Okay, so let me play this.
But I messed up.
I'm going to play this song in the radio for our listener. Then I will continue the conversation.
Okay.
That's so nice.
漫漫长夜里，未来日子里，亲爱的你别为我哭泣。前方的路虽然太凄迷，请在笑容里为我祝福。虽然迎着风，虽然下着雨，我在风雨之中念着你。没有你的日子里，我会更加珍惜自己。
会的。
Ravi, sing. You are the good singer.
This is awesome. Sundari, well song.
You used to sing all the time.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
轻轻地，我将离开你，竟将眼角的泪失去。漫漫长夜里，未来日子里，亲爱的你别为我哭泣。前方的路虽然太凄，请在笑容里为我祝福。虽然迎着风，虽然下着雨，我在风雨之中念着你。没有你的日子里，我会更加珍惜自己。没有我的岁月里，你要保重你自己。你问我何时会哭你，我也轻声地问自己。不是在此时，不是在何时，我将来会是在如今。不是在。
Wow, this song. Do you remember, Ravi? This song. Actually, this song was, it came in the market in 1990, and we were right there, like in 1991. So this was one of the
Yes.
most famous song.
Yeah.
This is one of the song of the sort of, that defines the
Yes,
age. Yeah,
almost 30
extremely
years,
good song.
still
Yeah.
remember. So
Yes,
Nawang,
yes.
this was in your time. Do you remember this song? Do you have any party time, memory?
Of course, of course. I don't think there's anybody who doesn't know his songs. I think those days are just amazing, and a lot of great singers from Taiwan, and
Taiwan, right?
really,
Yeah.
really great singers. I think, and I think that probably shaped a lot of dynamics of our life at the time. So 当初谈恋爱必须懂这首歌的。
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
那个 Tom，你有没有唱过这个歌？可以说就是没有你的日子里，这个 line 是非常重要，我觉得。
Oh, this song is a really great song for the whoever who lost their love or something. So that's why. And then his sister also is a great singer, Qi Yu. Yeah, Qi Qing and Qi Yu. Her sister even, his sister is even more famous than him. Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So now we are going to hear our star of the day, especially Sudin. So Sudin, 你好，你会讲中文吗？你好，你是 second generation Nepali here，你会讲中文对吧？所以能不能可以你唱一首那个中文歌，可以欢迎大家。Yeah, so can you sing a Chinese song to welcome
Yes,
everyone?
of course.
All right, so let's give a big round of applause to Sudin. To his, in spite of these difficulties, he's going to sing a Chinese song and then he will entertain us.
Like this?
Like example, 你好，新年快乐. Hope you all enjoy this song.
With that? With that thing, like.
迎接邻里这升起，快乐创新风气，期待热情为不变，插上交换情谊。我这大门将打开，开放怀抱等你。拥抱我就有泪默契，你会爱上这里。不管远近都是可怜，请不用客气。相约好约在一起，我们欢迎你。北京欢迎你，为你开天辟地。流动中的美丽充满着朝气。北京欢迎你，在太阳上欢唱呼吸，在欢呼里抓起踪迹。我这 trăm đã khai hai phong hồi cao tấn nghi trong bao hồ chiều yêu chỉ mấy ai chưa đi不管那尽头是可人情不用客气相约好连在一起我们欢迎你北京欢迎你为你改变比例就当中的美丽充满着朝气北京欢迎你在太阳下欢唱呼吸在温度里学习成绩谢谢
That was great.
Thank you.
I see singing. I remember Ravi singing in our college. Ravi, what did you say? You had that guitar and that red, like your handkerchief in the head.
Jay, gone are those days, but life has happened after that. So you know, these are the great memories.
Yes, awesome. That's beautiful. You know, it doesn't look like it's just singing a tiny song. That's like हामीले धेरै त्यत्रो एक वर्ष पढेर त्यत्रो चाइनामा बसेर पनि आउँदैन. Sudin बाबुले अहिले जुन गाउनु भयो, my God, that's amazing. Sudin, what is next?
Oh, next, I'm going to sing Bollywood mashup.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Azul, that now. The angle is good. Okay. I will double cut your slide. Like that? Okay.
हर गली बजा रही है धूप जिंदगी चाहे कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो जो है समा कल हो न हो हर घड़ी बदल रही है धूप जिंदगी शाम है कभी कभी है धूप जिंदगी हर पल यहाँ जी भर जियो जो है समा कल हो न हो दिल का दरिया बह भी गया इसके इबादत बन ही गया तेरे बिना न लेंगे कभी हम तुझे कितना जाने लगे हम तेरे साथ हो जाएंगे खत्म तुझे कितना जाने लगे जो देखा तेरे दिल पे दिल से ही क्या उसे तड़पाना ओ जालिमा जो तेरे इश्क में बैठा दिल से ही क्या उसे दिखाना ओ जालिमा पन्नो रे पन्नो मेरी चली ससुराल को अखियों में पानी दे गई पानी ले गए पन्नो रे पन्नो मेरी चली ससुराल को अखियों में पानी दे गई जुआ में गुरबानी इन वादियों में टकरा चुके हमसे मुसाफिर तू तो कहीं हो ऐसे तुम मिले हो ऐसे तुम मिले हो जैसे मिल रही हो इधर से हवा काफिराना सावन इश्क है यहाँ क्या है ओ ऐसे तुम मिले हो ऐसे तुम मिले हो जैसे मिल रही हो इधर से हवा काफिराना सावन इश्क है यहाँ क्या है ओ टूट चार पाही ठंड पुन पाही रास्ता देखे दूध की लाई मिट्टी की सुराई रास्ता देखे एक बीना मान जा एक बीना मान जा आजा तुझको पुकारे तेरी हरी चारियां एक बीना मान जा एक बीना मान जा ऐसा तुझी मेरी मोही कैसा हमने जाया
Wow. That's very nice. That's like you are in a 10 minutes you sing like 5 songs, right? So it's like that's awesome. So
Thank you.
how do you like the songs? How do you like the performance, Sudin's performance?
That was fantastic.
That was great. Yes.
Thank you.
If you see a song, you go Hong Pao to Sudin. You have to send one Hong Pao, red envelope with this performance. What do you say? No. Can you hear me?
Send you said send a red.
I said the.
Hong means red. He said something like that.
We should send Sudin a red big envelope with a lot of dollars inside.
Oh.
So Tom, how did you like this? Maybe this was a Hindi song, maybe Indian song. Maybe you didn't understand, but it was regarding the love and the sharing and those kind of things. So for entertainment, Tom, what do you do?
Actually, for entertainment, what I do, okay, I like a lot of things, but you can see behind me, there's a rack.
Right.
There's a lot of fishing rods.
Right. So now I wanna hear this story about your fishing. So you are going on the ocean like since you are high school, like maybe.
Yeah, well, I started fishing when I was maybe 4 or 5 years old with my father. Go to the beach overnight, sleep on the rock, catch tiny fish. So, but then right now I developed into the deep sea long range fishing from out of San Diego, and then stay on the fishing boat for 10 days.
Wow.
Sleep at eating and fishing on the boat for 10 days, and round trip is like 1,500 mile to 2,000 mile for 10 days.
So this is
and
in
we
Pacific
catch.
Ocean? This is in the Pacific Ocean.
Yes, Pacific Ocean is like a west side of Baja.
Or Baja California.
So, yeah, west side of Baja California.
Oh,
So and then we catch tuna, hamachi, grouper, all the big fish. So the biggest fish I ever caught was 120-pound tuna.
Wow.
But that's not big though. I seen 200-300-pound tuna. Yeah, so I'm still working on my big fish still. So
so what is your big fish? Is that like a multi-million-dollar compensation or?
no, just 120 pounds. So year 2022, I'm planning 15-day trips. So hopefully I can catch a fish over 200 pounds.
So like Tom. So in order to be a really good fisherman, what are the skills and the strategy you apply?
Well, number one is don't get sick on the boat. Don't get seasick, because once you get on the boat will not turn because of you get sick. So it's 10 days, for better for worse, 10 days. And then you pay a lot of tuition because, I mean, it's a lot of things you need to learn. So just my one tackle box weight 80 pounds for tackle box.
Wow.
Then I bring 15 fishing rods, go fishing every time. So it's a lot of equipment. So you need to learn. And the first couple of trips, they don't talk to you because you are the newbie. So they say, well, you will never come back. So you just come here one time. But as I start going probably about 10 years ago. So now we have a little group of like maybe 10 guys. We are all good friends now. So and they will share our secrets. The most important, you're gonna share your secrets. So
So I
yeah.
have a Tom. I have a business question here. It says that right now the time is that you cannot go with the one hook in the fishing. You have multiple hooks, right? So
Oh, no.
no.
For like a tuna fishing and all those long range sport fishing, you only use one hook only, one hook.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you put a live bait. So the bait is alive though. It's not a dead one. So it swim out because in the natural habitat, the fish they chase the real fish. They don't chase dead fish. So, but we also use the lure fishing though. The big giant lure, maybe 12 inches lure, big ones. So,
Have you ever caught a shark, like in a small shark?
yes, you caught shark before. Actually, I got shark many times. Last time, a shark took my bait and he went out about 3 football field before he cut the line.
Wow.
So he just take my line, keep going out. He won't stop. Just like a submarine, just keep going forward, non-stop. So, and then we encounter a lot of great white sharks. So a great white shark, one bite, 60 pounds of meat gone. Only half of the fish come back. So it's pretty crazy though. It's gnarly.
So Tom, so how do you utilize this skill, what you learn in the fishing, in the life, in the business, in the career? Can you give us any insight to our listeners? Because I think fishing is really also kind of very strategic.
Yeah,
you are alone there on the way, and sometimes you are very, wow, that's your big one. Which
no,
one?
no. This was the one got shark.
Whoa, that's the shark one. Oh my god.
See, this just a half of the fish weigh at least 60 pounds. So
Wow.
the other half's gone. One bite. Just one bite.
So how many people you need to pull that fish?
Oh, by yourself because this called sport fishing. So you deal with it yourself.
Right.
Unless you pass out, then you can pass your fishing rod to somebody else.
Right.
But we all want to catch our fish. So nobody's gonna help you. So you can cry, it's okay. Just cry then. It's not too bad. Nobody help you. So
Hey Jay,
Yes.
hey, can you do me a favor? I just got a call from the hospital,
I'll say.
so I probably might need to take off.
okay.
So
And
so now that thank you for coming. Would you want to share something to the audience and before you go?
no, I think it's a great start, and it's just amazing story to hear, and just amazing. Sudin is such a great singer. Continue that. Your mom is a great lady. I have known for many years. And Tom, I'm so excited to talk to you. Hopefully, I get to do some fishing in the future with you. And one of the things in Ravi, and first of all, I could not recognize you. And then I was keep thinking about who's this. Gonna keep thinking. I finally got it. And I think you lost some hair that probably made me a little difficult.
Yes.
It's amazing how things can happen. Many years ago, I was in New York City taking my medical board, and I knew there was a guy in front of me, and I knew him. As my gut says, I know him. I could not feel, but there's something changed. And after a while, and I just went and said, "Are you Dr. Rahman?" I said, "Yes." Then later on I found it. He had a hair transplant, so that's why I could not recognize him.
I'll send you a picture of us in Hangzhou. Then you
That would be
remember.
awesome. That would be
You're in
awesome.
a completely different costume. Let's see if you can recognize yourself.
It's the whole thing about celebration. Whole thing about celebration, and I really appreciate Jay inviting for me, and hopefully I get to share more stories in the future. And all of you guys, 祝你们新年快乐，身体健康，万事如意。And I'll hope to see you guys again.
So what about? Are you going to sing any song this time?
I was gonna sing, but you don't make fun of me. I heard Sudin is singing, then I thought I better keep my mouth shut. But then I think this is. So I've thought about that. Tom, I don't think you probably might not know this song. it happened. I think Ravi probably might know this song. It happened around back in around middle of 1990 and 1994. It's sang by a singer called Lao Lang.
Oh, that's the
And
university song. Okay. I
yeah,
know
so
which
it
one.
is. It's especially it's somebody who had some the friends in school. So I'll see it. 那个歌叫那个同桌的你，
同桌的你，对对。
叫 My Desmate. So don't make fun of me, Sudin. Okay, just I'll try my best. I don't have a guitar. So, 明天你是否会so let me know. 明天你是否会想起昨天你写的日记？明天你是否还惦记曾经最爱哭的你？老师们都已想不起猜不出问题的你，我也许偶然翻相片，才想起同桌的你。That's it.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you. You know,
So thank you all, and have a great night. I'm sorry that that's the bad part of being a physician. Sometimes you gotta be on call, and when they call you, you gotta go.
yeah, you know, like we let you go because you save life. We want you to save life, and thank you.
I'll try my best, and have a great night.
Okay, good night.
You too, everyone. You too.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so let's
Good night. Good night.
yeah, so we'll
Okay.
so the Tom, so basically you know, we'll continue the program. So Tom, maybe this is I want to ask you a couple of questions, and then we'll continue the second half. So Tom, in order to be successful, because you have lived in you know, like Asian culture and South American culture and American culture, and how do you say, is the location is different, or is a personal discipline and hard work is different? What is very important to be successful, whatever you want to do?
I think you got to be perseverance. So a lot of time, because we come to a new country, especially me, I went to Argentina and come here. I had to learn 2 new languages. So it was very hard. I mean, from Chinese to Spanish is like so bad,
Right.
you know, because it's like all the verb conjugations, just like French. If you know French, you know it's very hard, all the verb conjugation.
Right.
So in the Spanish, the same thing. But then from Argentina to United States, that was easier. But still, at that time, I only know maybe a handful of words. So, and I had to learn from scratch again. So a lot of people give me hard time, you know, even the Chinese people, my own kind, they were laughing at me. They say, "Oh, go take more English classes,"
Right,
you know,
right.
this and that.
So Tom, you have very fascinating history. You went to the UC Berkeley. And
Yes.
then, yeah. So could you tell us like your experience during that time? How was it difficult?
It was the school is very competitive, and everybody is to themselves, so they don't bother to help you, but they will ask you to go party though. So all the guys are very smart. Everybody's smart,
Right, right.
and then you just got to do the best you can. You know, even the TA don't have time for you.
Right.
Okay, so and you just gotta struggle. So it wasn't easy to get in. It wasn't easy to get out in one piece. So it's hard. It's very hard.
Yeah. So you're
So
saying that it was easy to get in, easy to get
no,
out, but it was
no,
tough to be there. It was
no,
tough
no,
to be there.
no, 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 no. It wasn't easy to get in,
Oh, it
and
was
then
not.
it wasn't easy to get out in one piece either.
Right,
So
right. Because it's you know
yeah,
it's one of the number one public university in the world. So everybody wants to
yes,
go there. That's very.
yeah. And then my son was laughing at me. He said, "Oh, you and mom, they were easy when you were at that time getting UC Berkeley was easy." I say, "Yeah, maybe it was easy, but anyway, he couldn't get in himself, so he went to UC San Diego."
Oh, I
So
see.
but hey, I say, hey, you didn't get in, so hey, what can I say, you know? But but my son's doing really well right now, so
Right,
it's
right.
fine.
So
Yeah.
do you remember this Masushi-san, right? The the SoftBank, the CEO. That was in your era. He was in Berkeley.
Who was?
The CEO of the SoftBank. You know, the
I
richest.
don't know the
You
person.
don't know?
Yeah. No, because we were all very busy. We go school and go back home study.
I
Is
see.
not enough time. And every professor give you so much homework
Yes.
as if you were only study for him only.
I
So
see.
there's so much work, you just don't have time. So, and then I'm always constantly behind. So I try not to go to any party. So there are too many parties, a lot of drugs, marijuana all the time, lots of drugs in Berkeley.
Wow.
So yeah, everybody smoke marijuana, everybody. So it's really bad influence. So, but I try to stay away from those things. So
Awesome. Awesome. So
yeah.
like at the end, do you want to give any message to like our listeners? You know, because right now I feel that the world is America is like a kind of salad ball. You have all different diversity, and people are working together, and there everybody is worried about like in the future, the beat the corona. So what do you say to the listeners, and how will be a future looking like? What's your thought? What's your message, New Year message to our listeners?
Mm, I guess just be considerate, be yourself. If you cannot contribute to the society, at least don't harm the society. So that's why, like say, when we go out, we need to wear mask, stuff like that. Be conscious about your surrounding, and as I say, don't just like when you go hiking, right? You pack whatever you in, and you bring everything you pack. So bring everything out. So don't leave anything into the wilderness. So be kind to other people, because many times we think like I mean be respectful to other guys, because everybody has some kind of painful burden, because maybe that person is really suffering right now, but then we don't know what is he suffering, right? So we don't make fun of him, because we all been there, done that, been there, right? So and many times we were like, especially we were the newcomers, right? We have to struggle from beginning. I was a dishwasher too when I first come to the United States.
Wow.
So it was hard. It was very hard. But then but we all tough us through, and we have to make it. Just like we are going to a like a grassland, and the grass is really tightly packed. But we are just like a grass flying over the grassland, and we try to land it. We try to dig a root into it, but it's very difficult though. So you got to struggle, be humble, and get ridiculed many times. So and then you have to tough it through. So and I guess I survived. So and I cannot say I'm doing really well, but compared with my peers, I'm doing well. So compared with my past classmates, I'm doing probably I should say above average, maybe top 30 percentile. So yeah, I cannot compare. I mean, and we are fortunate. It doesn't matter what. United States kind of rough right now because of COVID, but still we are in a really good country though, compared with other country. So, but then we just be grateful to be. We are blessed. So don't complain, because a lot of people they complain. Oh, they cannot leave the house. Well, at least you are here. It's safe. You know, it's nice, because some other country is really rough. So yeah, be grateful. Yeah, be grateful what you have. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this word of wisdom, Tom. So, Susan or Ravi or Sunita, do you have any question for Tom before he goes? Anybody can, because he has such a wealth of knowledge, and he's one of my account executive, very helpful. He's always there to help. So, if you guys have any question, Tom is about to leave. So, you have any question, Susan? No question.
No,
Ravi?
actually, I just
Yeah,
met
fine.
Susan like probably a few days ago. So I've been working with Jay for several years, because he's a loan officer and I'm a wholesale mortgage lender. So yeah, I know Jay for a long time, and he surprised me because he speaks Chinese.
Right.
Threw me off.
No,
And
Tom.
then so is Sudin and your mom. I mean, and then Ravi. You guys all speak Chinese. I couldn't believe it. And then, because at that day I was in the like Indian program, right? But I say I'm the only one who speak
No, you
Chinese.
couldn't
That's
believe
really
it, Tom,
weird.
because you didn't know us before. Because had you known us before that, we have spent 5 years in China,
Yeah,
and we
I
couldn't
know, that's
speak.
why it's
You'd
so
be
Yeah.
surprised that we couldn't speak. So
yeah. So that's
had you
why
known about us, you wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
yeah, I really admire you guys, because I mean Chinese one of the languages that is a tough language to learn.
Yeah. Correct. Yes. Yes.
It's very
Very
hard. And
difficult.
then Sudin can sing Chinese and English. I say, man, I just totally admire you. Yeah, and then your mom is like incredible. I couldn't believe it. So, and if you
Thank you.
sing Chinese, I say,
Actually, I forgot most of it. Only that song I remember, and I even forgot how to speak.
but it's not bad. It's not bad. You sing one song, but still though, even that's incredible.
Tom, let me tell you a little bit about Sunita. She is you know, she went to Thongji Daswe, Shanghai.
Chongqing Dashi, okay.
Hongji-dase.
Okay.
That's a structural engineer. That is
Oh,
like
okay. Wow.
공예유 민영지안수. Was whether 공예유 민영지안수. Structure engineering.
Oh, okay, okay, yes.
공예유 민영. 공민지안.
she is right now PE, like, and she is working for a lot of projects in the Department of Transportation in Washington
Oh,
DC
wow.
area.
Oh, wow.
And,
Nice, nice.
actually, we also like to thank you, like, you know, thank the China government to give us a scholarship so we can go study Chinese. So, you know,
Yeah, because of scholarship.
you know, woman the thing just a tree chunko was like a big decision. That's a woman tree. What you the sense of woman like if it's lucky that we woman you get chew away so it's chung one. Then what do you say? What do you say, Ravi? You know, how is your Chinese is helping you out in a career or even in life? I know your family is Chinese. So what is that the Chinese language and the Chinese this background is helping you out a little bit, Ravi?
Well, when we went to China, we were very young, right? So we were almost in our teenage age, and so that obviously had a lot of impact on our future and how our interest in life, our food, our thinking patterns. So we got really influenced by the Chinese culture, Chinese language. So you can't, just get rid of that, right? And of course, after that, also the study you did in China, the degree you have in China, right? So I studied Zedonghua, which is automatic control systems. So that sort of set us off in a career, right? Although I don't do the engineering bit anymore, I work in IT, but of course that sort of acted as a catapult in my career, right? So that helped us to be where I am right now in career-wise. So of course, yeah, that has a lot of impact, and of course, knowing the Chinese side of history, the Chinese culture, opens your door to not just China, to the entire Asia, right? So it helps you understand the world as a whole, and that will give you a lot of maturity in life, in your thinking, right? So impact is huge, of course, yes. And I feel grateful that we had an opportunity to go to study in China and make our lives. So
yeah,
awesome. So we are
make our future.
right. So, Tom, thank you for coming to our program today. We really appreciate it for the short notice you and share your word of wisdom. So we look forward to bringing you in the future other programs. Thank you again.
Yeah,
And we are starting the second half. We are playing one song and continue the program with Ravi and Sunita and Sudin.
Okay, 谢谢大家，新年快乐，
万事
如意。
Nice meeting you on the screen.
Yeah, very nice to meet you guys.
On the screen.
Yeah, great songs. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, good night.
Ini dapat lagi mana?
It's called and then Sherlama. But it's called Sherlama first. Sherlama. You share the advertising, sponsor, and then Hello. Hello, Sherji. Oh, he's not done. Just put like Surendra. Hello, Sherji. Okay, तपाईँलाई रेडीमा ल्याउँदैछु है, अब रेडी हुनुहोस्। ओके, अहिले म तपाईँलाई ल्याउँछु। श्रोताहरू, तपाईहरु सुन्दै हुनुहुन्छ रेडियो नेपाली युएसए सिलिकन भ्यालीबाट। If you are driving, you can tune in 1310. यदि तपाईँ फोनमा सुन्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने 605-472-9355 र यदि एपमा सुन्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने डाउनलोड गर्नुहोस् रेडियो मिर्ची 1310 एप। र आज अहिले सुन्दै हुनुहुन्छ रेडियो नेपाली युएसए स्पेशल प्रोग्राम लोसार, सोनाम लोसार र चाइनिज न्यू इयरको प्रोग्राम र स्पेशल विथ द भ्यालेन्टाइन्स डे। सो अब हामी नेक्स्ट टर्नमा आइपुगेका छौँ। आज चाहिँ हाम्रो नन प्रफिट अफ द विकमा हामीले ल्याएका छौँ तामाङ सोसाइटी अफ क्यालिफोर्नियाका अध्यक्ष मिस्टर शेर लामाजीलाई। शेरजी, तपाईँ क्यान यु हियर मी?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you are in the air. तपाईलाई आजको प्रोग्राममा धेरै धेरै स्वागत छ रेडियो नेपाली युएसएमा। अनि कसरी मनाउँदै हुनुहुन्छ आजको यो तपाईको ह्यापी न्यू इयर सोनाम लोसार?
Lasso Tapula, yeah, Rio युएसएबाट सुनिरहनु भएको थ्याङ्क यू फर जोइनिङ मी। यस तपाईँले मलाई एउटा सोनाम लोसारको उपलक्ष्यमा चाहिँ विभिन्न देशभरि अमेरिकाभरि विभिन्न राज्यमा छरिरहनु भएका र उहाँलाई एउटा सोनाम लोसारको उपलक्ष्यमा यहाँहरूलाई शुभकामना दिन आउनु भएमा सोनाम लोसार अब हामीहरू तामाङहरूको एउटा मौलिक र सांस्कृतिक परम्परा हो। त्यस कारण हामी चाहिँ बिहान चाहिँ हामी आज गुम्बाबाट चाहिँ जुम लाभ मार्फत लाइभ प्रसारण प्रसारण गर्यो। त्यसको लागि हामी शुभकामना आदान प्रदान राखेका थियौँ। विभिन्न संस्थाको अग्रजहरू आउनु भएको थियो र नेपालबाट, त्यहाँबाट लन्डनबाट अनि अर्को विभिन्न राज्यहरूबाट पनि आउनु भएको थियो। त्यसरी एकाबाट शुभकामना आदान प्रदान गरेर पूजा आराधना गरेर अनि यो बेलामा चाहिँ लो फेर्ने भनेको चाहिँ तपाईँको यो लाङ लो भनेको चाहिँ गाई वर्ष हो। गाई वर्ष चाहिँ यसलाई पालेर अब नयाँ वर्ष पनि भोलि वर्ष चाहिँ हामी दशा भनौँ न, हामीलाई कतिको चाहिँ अब भनौँ न उहाँलाई चाहिँ एउटा राम्रो होस् भनेर चाहिँ हामीले यसपालि समस्त सबै नेपाली दाजुभाइ तामाङ सबैलाई पनि हामीले चाहिँ एउटा पूजा आजा गरेर चाहिँ हामी दशग्रा भन्छौँ। हामी त्यसलाई चाहिँ छाडेको छौँ। त्यो शुभ आउने चाहिँ अब आउने चाहिँ तपाईँको वर्ष चाहिँ सबै सम्पूर्ण नेपालीहरूले राम्रो होस् भन्ने चाहिँ एउटा प्रार्थनाको रूपमा चाहिँ हामीले पूजा गरेर हामीले यसरी मनायौँ आज।
ए अनि हजुरको यो कतिौं वर्ष हो तपाईहरुको? यो 21 कति 40 कति भन्छ त्यो? आज यो वर्ष कति?
हाम्रो चाहिँ 2857 हो। 2857 छ तर कुनै कुनै ठाउँ हजुर 2857 यो मञ्जुश्री पात्र अनुसार चाहिँ 2857 पर्छ। कुनै कुनै ठाउँमा चाहिँ 58 पनि भन्ने गरेको तर अलिकति चाहिँ यो आजको पनि अलिकति हाम्रो त्यो कुरा पनि विशेष हो। तर हामी चाहिँ प्रायः चाहिँ 2857 लिएका छौँ तर प्रायः चाहिँ 58 चाहिँ भन्ने पनि गरेको छ तर 57 नै हामी चाहिँ भनिरहेको छ।
ए भनेपछि तपाईहरुको यो फलोइङ त विक्रम सम्बन्ध र यो ईस्वी सम्बन्ध पनि एकदम धेरै पहिले रहेछ।
हजुर हजुर यो मञ्जुश्री पात्र चाहिँ तपाईको यो सुन यो अब धेरै ठुलो हुन्छ तपाईले एक्सप्लेन गर्नु पर्यो भने हैन त्यो सारा एक्सपेक्ट त मलाई होइन। तर यो चाइनिज लुनार जो ज्ञान डाइनेस्टीबाट चाहिँ सुरु भएको भएर चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ हामीले यो लुनार क्यालेन्डरलाई चाहिँ हामीले चन्द्रमालाई चाहिँ राखेर चाहिँ क्यालेन्डर बनाएको हुन्छ। त्यो बनाएको हुनाले चाहिँ हामीले यो 2857 अब एप्रिल 58-57 बिरुवा तपाईको पहिले नै हुन्छ।
ए हजुर हजुर। अनि यो तपाईको जुन अर्गनाइजेसन छ त्यसको बारेमा अलिकति हाम्रो लिसनरहरूलाई बताइदिनुहुन्छ कि छोटोमा?
हजुर यो अर्गनाइजेसन तपाईको यो हामी के अरे यो तामाङ सोसाइटी अफ तामाङ ओपन सोसाइटी अफ क्यालिफोर्निया भनेर हामीले दर्ता गरेको 513 मा हाम्रो चाहिँ सुरुवात चाहिँ हाम्रो 2005 बाट सुरुवात गरेको तर हामीले चाहिँ दर्ता चाहिँ अब 2009 का फेरिमा चाहिँ हामीले नन प्रफिट हामीले दर्ता गरेछौँ त्यसको उद्देश्य भनेको कस्तो भने एउटा नट पोलिटिकल डिसिप्लिन गर्ने हैन 513 नन प्रफिट अर्गनाइजेसन हो यो चाहिँ एउटा नट ओन्ली द तामाङहरूले पनि हेल्प हामी यो तामाङ कल्चर थ्रोबाट पनि हामीले विभिन्न देश राज्यमा पनि हामीले चाहिँ सहयोग गरिरहेको हुन्छौँ तामाङ थ्रो यो थ्रोबाट पनि अनि हाम्रो उद्देश्य भनेको हाम्रो मौलिक रीतिरिवाज लाइक फेस्टिभलहरू होइन रीतिरिवाज कल्चरहरूलाई हामीले प्रिजर्भ गर्ने र उहाँले कसरी बढाउने अनि हाम्रो भाषाहरू हुन्छ उहाँले चाहिँ त्यसले कसरी प्रिजर्भ गर्ने आउने न्यू जेनेरेसनहरूलाई भनेर त्यो एउटा कल्चरको रूपमा चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ त्यसले फर्दर डेभलप गर्ने अगाडि बढाउने कसरी दर्ता गरेको शब्द हो यो अनि त्यसले हातमा गर्दै हाम्रो विभिन्न सङ्गठन उहाँसँग हातमा गर्दै काम गर्ने सरसहयोग गरेर हामी अगाडि बढिरहेको छौँ अहिले
ओके थ्याङ्क यू भेरी मच शेर लामाजी आज तपाईँले छोटो यो समयमै हाम्रो आज आइदिनु भयो र तपाईँको अर्गनाइजेसनमा बताइदिनु भयो त्यसको लागि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद र तपाईँलाई अगेन भेरी ह्याप्पी न्यू इयर सोनाम लोसार र हाम्रो गेस्टहरू आज हुनुहुन्छ अस्ट्रेलियाबाट रविजी र वासिङटन डिसीबाट सुनिता र सुदिन उहाँहरूले पनि के तपाईँहरूको के क्वेसन छ उहाँ चाहिँ शेर लामाजी यहाँ एकदम प्रसिद्ध सेफ पनि हुनुहुन्छ र यहाँ चाहिँ लोकल तामाङ सोसाइटीको अध्यक्ष पनि हुनुहुन्छ उहाँहरूलाई केही शुभकामना दिन चाहनुहुन्छ भने दिस इज योर मोमेन्ट
लोसारको उपलक्ष्यमा हार्दिक शुभकामना नेपाली कल्चरलाई जुन तपाईँहरूले अमेरिकामा जीवित राख्नु भएको छ त्यसको लागि हामी सबैको तर्फबाट धन्यवाद
ह्यापी लोसार हाम्रो तर्फबाट पनि सुदिन र मेरो तर्फबाट ह्यापी लोसार
ल थ्याङ्क यू शेरजी अब हजुर थ्याङ्क यू फेरि तपाईँसँग कनेक्ट गर्नेछौँ अगेन रेडियो सुन्दै गर्नुहोस् तपाईँको कम्युनिटी पनि हाम्रो रेडियो नेपाल युएसको बारेमा बताइदिनुहोस् र सकेसम्म फ्युचरका केही प्रोग्रामहरू छ भने हामीलाई पनि सपोर्ट गर्नुहोस् तपाईँहरूको हामी प्रोग्रामलाई उद्घाटन गर्नेछौँ र अरू श्रोतामा वर्ल्ड विश्वभरि नै लैजानेछौँ त्यसको लागि हजुरसँग पछि कनेक्ट गरौँला
थ्याङ्क यू जयमल्लजी अनि तपाईँहरू सबैजनाले पनि हाम्रो जिएस नेपाल रेडियो चाहिँ सुन्दै गर्नु होला र उहाँ पनि धेरै धेरै राम्रो कार्यक्रम धन्यवाद तपाईँलाई
ओके थ्याङ्क यू सर
Thank you.
All right, so we are moving along. So अब चाहिँ हामी आइपुगेका छौँ अर्को चरणमा र यो अर्को चरणभन्दा हाम्रो स्पोन्सर सुजनजी को छ एकचोटि फेरि उहाँहरूलाई हामीले भन्नु पर्यो होइन उहाँहरूको सपोर्ट बिना यो 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 चरणको हामी टिकट किन्नको लागि कहाँ जान्छौँ
हामी टिकट किन्नको लागि चाहिँ जेन ट्राभलमा जान्छौँ
एक्चुअली यस सुनिता दी एन्ड रवि जेन ट्राभल इज वर्ल्ड वाइड नेपालीहरूको लागि नेपाल फर्किने एउटा 24/7 पोर्टल हो र उहाँहरूको अफिस वासिङटन डिसीमा छ but I think they service that country, so if you ever have not tried, please try. They are very good service. आज हाम्रो एकजना रिलेटिभको फ्लाइट थियो तर उहाँको कोभिडकोले गर्दाखेरि त PCR टेस्ट नआएको हुनाले उनीहरूले आधा घण्टा पहिले क्यान्सल गरेर फेरि रिबुक गरिदियो सो उहाँहरूको स्पेशल सर्भिस हो द्याट्स असम आई लाइक इट टुडे यो दिस वाज अमेजिङ सर्भिस बाइ जेन ट्राभल्स जेन ट्राभल कसरी हामी उहाँहरूले कनेक्ट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ
ओके जेन ट्राभलको लागि कनेक्ट गर्नको लागि चाहिँ नम्बर चाहिँ 2025521508
अलराइट अनि मिठो खानको लागि बेरियामा कहाँ जाने
अनि मिठो खानको लागि चाहिँ काठमाडौँ कुजिन छँदैछ नि
काठमाडौँ कुजिन छँदैछ त्यहाँ चाहिँ तपाईको झोल मोमो इम्पोसिबल मोमो अनि त्यसपछि चिली चिकन सेकुवा याक मोमो पनि पाइन्छ अरु के
क्यालिफोर्नियाको होला नि
No, they can say FedEx to the Sydney too.
Who will I feed it to once it arrives? Can I eat it after it?
All right, so our second program आउँदैछौँ. So Sindadi आजको हाम्रो थीम न्यू इयर चाइनिज न्यू इयर र लोसार त हो नै हो आज भ्यालेन्टाइन डे पनि हो अब यो भ्यालेन्टाइनको एउटा हजुरले एउटा कुनै यस्तो गाना प्रस्तुति गर्नु पर्यो अब हाम्रो दर्शकहरू बोरिङ भइसक्यो होला हाम्रो गफ सुनेर हाउ अबाउट एउटा डान्स एउटा नेपाली
डान्स ओके ल उसो भए एउटा के रे पिरतीको एउटा डान्स गर्छु नि है त म मेरो डान्समै छु म यहाँ डान्स स्टुडियोमै छु
why not let's start the dance
okay let me tell you a little bit about why I dance because it's my hobby, right? But then I dance to for transformation purpose, like for detoxification of our thoughts, right? For purification of our thoughts, and especially during this COVID time, it is really good for your health, right? So when we dance for purpose, for higher purpose than just for entertainment, right? So that is my goal. And I also teach that it's like a dynamic meditation, because I'm a science student. I mean, right, science background, right, engineering background. So I can explain dance as a dynamic meditation, like a language to express our life energy, right? Our life energy is, if we detach our life energy from body, it's all ananda, all bliss. So dance as a language to express this life energy using body as instrument. So that's how I take it. So dance as a language to express the exuberant life energy using this body as instrument. Okay, I can perform one.
Yeah, hold on. Before we go to dance, I want to, properly introduce our listeners. So, हजुरले यहाँ अमेरिका आएको धेरै भइसक्यो, हजुरले चाइनामा पनि पढ्नुभयो, अलिकति तपाईँको नेपालको ब्याकग्राउन्डबारे, नेपालमा कुन ठाउँमा हुर्किनु भयो, कुन ठाउँमा पढ्नुभयो र कसरी अमेरिकामा अलिकति छोटो बताइदिनुहुन्छ कि त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हाम्रो श्रोताहरूसँग पनि कनेक्सन बन्छ, maybe they will become your fan, अब we are already fan of singing, so now let's see for the dance.
Okay, so let me tell a little bit about myself. I'm Sunita Amatya, and grew up in Patan, Nepal. I went to school this Adarsh Kanya Niketan, and after that I did science. Science was always my passion, so I went to ASCOL, Amrit Science College for physical group, and after that I won scholarship to study this structural civil engineering in Shanghai. That's where I met you, JJ, right? Maybe I met you, Ravi too, in China.
किनभने हामी पनि त अस्कलमै थियौँ, तपाईको त्यो डान्सको कहिले त्यो प्रोग्रामहरु हुँदाखेरि हेर्न पाएको।
मैले अस्कलमा पनि परफर्म गर्थे नि है। हो आफ्नै ब्याचलाई वेलकम गर्नलाई आफैले परफर्म गरिरहेको थिएँ। स्वागत गर्न आएका छौँ भनेर आफैले आफैलाई स्वागत गरिरहेको उसमा अस्कलमा हुँदाखेरि हो। त्यसपछि चाइना पढ्न गयो हैन। I went to Shanghai for engineering. Then after graduation, came back to Nepal. Then got after how many years? Stayed back in Nepal like 8, 9 years, 9 years, 8 years. How many years? However, I forgot now. It's such a long time before, right? Then came to United States for actually we won DB lottery, so we came here. At that time, Sudin was 4. Now it's been a while. He's grown up adult now, young adult. So now I work. I'm working in this I'm running one of the projects of DIDA, District Department of Transportation, and because it's a transportation project during COVID, I'm one of the essential workers. So I mean, my work is going on as is because it's transportation. No, during this COVID time, all the projects are happening, even like. With less obstacles because less traffic, less pedestrians. So
that's सुन्दा तपाईको स्टोरी एकदम अमेजिङ छ किनभने फर्स्ट त रविलाई पनि यो एक्सपिरियन्स होला कि फिजिकलमा पढ्न केटीहरू एकदम कमै जान्छन् नेपालमा त्यो पनि त्यो इन्जिनियरिङ मेडिकलमा डाक्टर गर्न धेरै जान्छन् तर तपाईले अस्कलमा आएर फिजिकलमा पढेर केटाहरुसँग कम्पिट गरेर स्कलरशिप लिएर that's really role model. This is a story will inspire hope many girls around the world in the Nepal जहाँ तपाईको यो female र male को जुन disparity छ educationमा र धेरै कुराहरुमा छ. So basically I feel that you are like kind of a role model. So thank you for coming and sharing your story today. What do you say, Ravi? About this Sunita?
I agree completely. Yeah, Sunita Didi is a is a pioneer of a lot of things. Yes.
Thank you. For me, I like to more. For me, right now, I would like more. I have more interest on transforming people's life.
That's exactly.
Transforming people's life than that. Education is like, you can get it anyway, right? But connecting to purpose of your life, that is more important than education, all that stuff. Once you go to college, you get it anyway. But I remember I was only one girl among all 14 or how many boys we went from Nepal to China to study. Yeah, I was the only one girl at that time. Yes.
Sure. So let's transform our listeners, happiness with your dance. So could you?
With my dance. Okay, let me set up.
Meanwhile, I will just quickly make a one call to one of my.
Okay, let me just quickly set up.
Quickly set up. Then meanwhile, we are talking to NRN USA का अध्यक्ष सुरेन्द्र मल्लजीसँग एउटा छोटो यहाँ इन्फर्मेसन. सुरेन्द्रजी नमस्कार. तपाईँ अहिले रेडियो नेपालमा लाइभ हुनुहुन्छ. तपाईलाई छोटो हामीले किन ल्याउन खोजेको भने एनआरएन युएसए को मेम्बरशिप ड्राइभ चल्दैछ. त्यसको बारेमा हाम्रो लिसनरहरूलाई छोटोमा के बताइदिनुहुन्छ कि के भइरहेछ?
हुन्छ, थ्याङ्क यू सो मच जयजी. यो रेडियो मेची टिमलाई पनि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद. हजुर, म एनआरएन युएसए क्यालिफोर्निया च्याप्टरको सभापति. अहिले एनआरएन युएसए को सदस्यता वितरण तीव्र रूपमा चलिरहेको छ. होल अमेरिकामा अहिलेसम्मको स्थितिमा लगभग 14,000 सदस्य भइसकेको छ भने क्यालिफोर्निया राज्यमा अहिलेसम्म अप्रुभ भइसकेको सदस्य संख्या 1,330 पुगिसकेको छ. यो एनआरएन युएसए को मेम्बरशिप लिने यो फेब्रुअरीको 15 तारिकसम्म मिति रहेको छ र फेब्रुअरी 15 को हामी पश्चिमी तटमा बस्नेहरूको लागि चाहिँ बेलुकाको 8:59 बजे भित्रमा हामीले आफ्नो सदस्यताको लागि निवेदन दिइसक्नु पर्ने छ. यसैले यहाँ सम्पूर्ण जन हाम्रो यो रेडियो सुनेर बस्नुभएका हाम्रा नेपाली दाजुभाइ तथा दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई म एनआरएन युएसए क्यालिफोर्निया च्याप्टरको तर्फबाट हार्दिकताका साथ अपिल गर्न चाहन्छु कि हजुरहरूले पनि एनआरएन को सदस्यता यो फेब्रुअरी 15 तारिकको बेलुकीको 9 बजे भन्दा अगाडि लिइसक्नु हुनको लागि अनुरोध गर्दछु. र यो एनआरएन युएसए को मेम्बरशिप लिने क्रममा हाम्रो दुई किसिमको मेम्बरशिप रहेको हुन्छ. लाइफ टाइम मेम्बर $150 लाग्छ भने जनरल मेम्बर 2 वर्षका लागि हुन्छ, जम्मा $20 लाग्दछ. यो मेम्बरशिप लिने क्रममा यहाँहरूको चाहिँ जुन यहाँको सरकार अथवा अमेरिकी सरकारको तर्फबाट कुनै पनि स्ट्याटसको आवश्यकता रहँदैन. खाली तपाईहरु नेपालबाट अमेरिका आएको 2 वर्ष पुगेको प्रमाणहरु पेश गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. यसैले यहाँहरुसँग यहाँबाट स्टेटबाट इस्यु गरेको जस्तै आईडी, ड्राइभिङ लाइसेन्सहरु अपलोड गरेर र आफ्नो त्यो एनआरएनए संस्थाको जुन आईडी छ त्यो आईडी बनाउनका लागि आफ्नो पासपोर्ट साइजको फोटो अपलोड गरेर यहाँहरुले सदस्यता ग्रहण गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. यदि यहाँहरु पहिले नै एनआरएन युएसए को जुन यो 2019-21 को अवधिका लागि सदस्य रहनु भएको छ भने यहाँहरुले nrnusa.org जुन वेबसाइटमा गएर आफूले यो लगइन गरेर आफ्नो सदस्यता नवीकरण गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. यो नवीकरण गर्ने क्रममा तपाईहरुसँग पासपोर्ट नहुने अथवा याद नहुने हुँदा त्यस्तो अवस्थामा आफ्नो इमेल एड्रेस जुन त्यो लगइन आईडी को रूपमा प्रयोग हुन्छ सो टाइप गरिसकेपछि फरगट पासवर्डमा क्लिक गरेर यहाँहरुले इमेल मार्फत या फोनको टेक्स्ट मेसेज मार्फत रिसेटको लागि लिङ्क मगाएर पासवर्ड रिसेट गरी अनि आफ्नो लगइन गरी आफ्नो भएका इन्फर्मेसनहरू फेरबदल गरेर अपडेट गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ अनि पेमेन्ट गरेर नवीकरण गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ भने यदि यहाँहरू बिल्कुलै नयाँ हुनुहुन्छ र नयाँ सदस्य बन्दै हुनुहुन्छ भने यो www.nrnusa.org वेबसाइटमा गई रजिस्ट्रेसन बटन थिची आफ्नो विवरणहरू भर्दै आफ्नो यो एनआरएन युएसए को सदस्यता ग्रहण गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ। यति भन्दै म आजको यो रेडियो कार्यक्रममा मलाई यो एनआरएन युएसए को सदस्यता वितरण सम्बन्धी केही शब्दहरू यहाँ हाम्रो समुदाय समक्ष राख्ने मौका दिनुभएकोमा जय मण्डलजी र रेडियो मिर्ची टिमलाई म धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद दिँदै पुनः म हाम्रा सम्पूर्ण नेपाली दाजुभाइ तथा दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई तपाईँ यहाँ आएर 2 वर्षभन्दा बढी भइसक्नु भएको छ भने एनआरएन भन्ने जुन हाम्रो साझा संस्था छ त्यसको सदस्यता ग्रहण गर्नलाई योग्य हुनुहुन्छ र यहाँहरू सबैले चाहिँ एनआरएन युएसए को सदस्यता ग्रहण गरिदिन म हार्दिकता साथ एनआरएन युएसए क्यालिफोर्निया च्याप्टरको तर्फबाट अनुरोध गर्दछु। धन्यवाद जयजी।
या धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद सुरेन्द्र मल्लजी। यो हाम्रो श्रोताहरूलाई र म पनि अपिल गर्छु कि सबै धेरैभन्दा धेरै क्यालिफोर्नियाका मेम्बर बनोस् र यु आर डुइङ ग्रेट जब, किप अप विथ दिस वान एन्ड वी विल have the bigger number of membership from California. Thank you for again participating today's हाम्रो प्रोग्राममा आइदिनुमा धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद।
ओके, थ्यांक यू जयजी।
अलराइट, अब हामी अगाडि बढाउँदै हामी जाँदैछौँ मनोरञ्जनको लागि र अहिले हामी अगेन तपाईहरुलाई लैजाँदैछौँ वाशिंगटन डीसी र you will see if you are watching the Facebook or YouTube or you can hear in the radio this song. So Sunita ji, are you ready? We are ready.
how was the video?
That's very
Lighting.
very excellent performance. एकदम beautiful. रवि
Thank you.
त मन लाग्यो यो संसारमा सबभन्दा खाँचो के कुराको छ?
सबभन्दा खाँचो अहिलेको कन्टेक्स्टमा त भ्याक्सिनको छ होला।
मैले त के भन्न ठानेको भने आज भ्यालेन्टाइन डे को बेलामा सबभन्दा प्रीतिको होला, मायाकै होला मैले भन्न ठानेको।
प्रीतिको त त्यो पनि भ्याक्सिनसँग रिलेटेड होला हैन। होइन अहिले अब आज सबभन्दा खाँचो त हैन एकअर्कालाई भन्नु पर्यो कि हैन आफ्नो सहयात्रीलाई कि उसलाई इम्पोर्टेन्स फिल गराउनु पर्यो। you really what you really mean when you say that you love someone, you want someone, right? Just thinking is not enough, you have to express it in feeling. So this is the day to do it.
Right. So अनि के भन्छ how many Nepalis in Sydney? There कति जना छ त्यहाँ? एकदम अहिले ठुलै नै जमात छ होला।
सिडनीमा ठुलै जमात छ। सिडनीमा nearly मेरो विचारमा 60 to 70,000 Nepalese.
60 the what? It's quite a big city.
Yeah, in the city alone, yes. In Australia altogether, maybe around 100,000. But I could be wrong. There could be more than that. So I'm on the conservative side.
Right.
So yeah, quite a huge population of Nepalese. Some students, a lot of people who are already living here. So yeah, quite a big number of Nepalese.
Right. Actually, right now there is a big time. Australian Nepalese are way high up in the like wealth and prosperity.
Are they?
We recently heard this. There is NRN past president, Mr. Ghale, is almost like richest person in the world. So how is are you on the same way as stepping the ladders?
I wish I was. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly.
People should have ambitions. People should have aspirations, and Galaji is aspiration.
Right.
And I think a lot of Nepalese think that way. You're right. Yes.
Right. So how is overall career opportunity? I see there's right now best place to go. Immigrant is Australia is coming always number one, and Canada, America is not even in the like top 10. So how is your experience, and what do you say if somebody wants to come to Australia? Is it a good place to visit or start the life, a career, be an immigrant?
There's two sides to the story, right? Of course, it's a great country, and if you work hard, there are opportunities. But then again, there's a reality, which is it's not that easy. So it looks good from outside. Once you come here, a lot of people are disappointed because it's not what was told to them and what they expected. And I've seen a lot of people fall into that trap, that thinking, oh, it looks so glorious from outside. If I go in there, it'll be super easy. The Australian road is laden with gold. So that's not the case. Okay, so let's put that thing aside. Definitely Australia, I think, in my opinion, gives you the opportunity, right? Now it depends on you how you want to utilize that opportunity, right? You have to know how to take those opportunities. So just because opportunities doesn't mean you have to know how to actually make use of those, right? So that's where the problem lies. And but in terms of opportunity, chances, the government support, the education system, the tools they give you, you're fair to say that Australia is one of the best places to be for whoever it is, students, the PRs who want to start a new life in Australia. It's probably one of the best places to be. Yeah, and I feel grateful for that. Yes.
That's nice. Look like we need to come visit you.
Yeah, always welcome, guys. Yeah, why not?
Exactly. So how is so the population of Nepali immigrant is growing. So what is the people thinking? They are going to stay there forever, retire there, or they will go back? Or what is the kind of sentiment? Because I see a lot of people come here, they will make money and then build a house back home. And they think they go back, but sometimes they say, oh, I'm already used to the system, Western system, I will not go back. So how is the like trend in Australia, Australian Americans?
Yeah, look, I think it's a bit of a mixed. A lot of people, they can't, of course, let go of their connection with Nepal, right? Be it emotional, because they just love their country where they're born, right? So that emotional connection is never gone. Because of that, You know, they always feel happy. When I think about going to Nepal, I'm like, oh, straight away, oh yeah, great, right? And my heart fills with joy. Yeah, you're right. So a lot of people are sort of deciding to stay here because of the situation back home, right? They feel, you know, it's not a viable country to stay in Nepal a long time because of opportunities, because of a lot of other things we know about, right? And a lot of people have made decisions to stay here permanently. And that I've seen a lot of people do that. But a lot of people have families back home and they can't, you know, this not go there. They have to go there. Their parents are there. Their other relatives are there, right? Because of that bond, the family bond, we have to have that link alive. Like same with me. My parents are there. So Nepal is always my first home, you know, regardless of how many years I live here. And always be the my heart will always be there, you know, regardless of, you know, whatever I do, even if I live here for another, you know, 30, 40 years, you know, Nepal always comes first in a sense, right? But like I said, most people live in this kind of dual situation where, you know, they have sort of they want to work and live here so that life gets on here. But when they really want to go, their heart is when they want to escape from here, they want to go to Nepal. So yes.
So how is you know, like fairness in the society, acceptance, diversity, you know, kind of discrimination with the local people versus the immigrants? How is that kind of situation?
I think Australians are fairly fair people. They're one of the best people you can meet in the world. I can say attest to that myself. Having lived in China, having met with so many people from around the world, right, and having seen Australians behave here, they're some of the best people in the world, I would say. And I've never feel, you know, like I've been treated unfairly, or then I've been treated, I've not been given what I deserve. So in terms of fairness, in terms of giving a go, they're open to the whole world, you know. And I can, you know, will confirm that by my own experience.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Ravi, for you know, all the way from Australia. So already you have already today is 14th February. So Valentine Day, what's the plan? How you're planning to celebrate this?
Well, we were still tired from the Chinese celebration yesterday, so taking a break. And also Sydney, the whole Australia is in sort of a lockdown at the moment. I've heard US is much more, you know, kind of relaxed, but in Australia, it's one of the most strict systems has been deployed by the government. So not much movement in terms of, you know, where you can go. You have to wear a mask wherever you go. Not all the shops are open. So it's best to, you know, probably celebrate some kind of at the back at my backyard, maybe do a barbecue or something like that. Yeah, just to
Yeah,
keep my wife
so because we are winter,
happy.
we're in summer. So when is the best time to
Yes.
come to Australia visiting? When is the best time to come to Sydney?
The
American.
best time. Yeah, so best. Yeah, you're right. So because we live in the other side of the southern hemisphere, it's like, you know, other part of the planet. So completely opposite. So you guys are, you know, freezing in the winter. We'll be like 40 degrees in somewhere. You know, it's like. And when my sister lives in US as well, and when I see the picture from her, like, you know, she's playing in snow, 6 feet deep. She lives in St. Louis, and then I see here I'm like, you know, 45 degrees in the car. It's weird, like, you know, when we talk to each other. But you're right. The best time I think would be after March, because that's when the summer just finishes. Australian summer is very harsh. It's not like in Nepal.
Right.
I never felt like, you know, sun so burning and so scorching before I came to Australia. The Australian sun, I don't know why it is. It's very hot and very you know, like it's intense.
Right.
And March starts to grow a bit colder. But even the winter here is not very cold. The problem is the rain. In June, July, it's a winter, but it rains a lot. So that's the problem. So maybe between March and April, it is good to start to come here.
All right, sounds good. We'll definitely contact Jen Travels and book our ticket. How do you think, Susan?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah? All right. So, you know, you guys visit us. You know, right now we live in San Francisco. Every day is good day. You know, there is no snow, no rain.
And the snow.
Right. So, okay, we are moving to the end. So now we are going to the Sudin. So Sudin, what is the gift? Last Koseli भन्छ यो हाम्रो listener, like, what are you going to perform now?
So now I'm going to perform a Nepali mashup.
Yeah, sure. Let's hit it because we have only around, let's say, 9 minutes.
Okay.
Your guitar, okay, like this. Like this. Like that. Okay.
कथा एउटा गीत हार मेरो गीत जस्तो साइनो बाँधी भन मेरो सानो गीत जस्तो साइनो बाँधी भन मेरो सानो गीत माया बसेछ फेरि साइनो हिमालको पानी भन्दा छोको तिम्रो माया बर्खाको बादल भन्दा शीतल तिम्रो छाया हिमालको पानी भन्दा छोको तिम्रो माया बर्खाको बादल भन्दा शीतल तिम्रो छाया यस्तै नै होला तिम्रो र मेरो गीत जस्तो साइनो बाँधी भन मेरो सानो जस्तो साइनो बाँधी भन मेरो सानो सुन कथा एउटा गीत हार मेरो गीत जस्तो साइनो बाँधी भन मेरो सानो जस्तो साइनो बाँधी भन मेरो सानो माया बसेछ फेरि साइनो माया बसेछ फेरि तिम्रो मायाले बाँधेर मेरो सिरानी होस् तिम्रो कथा तिम्रो मायाले बाँधेर मेरो सिरानी होस् तिम्रो कथा जान नदेऊ मलाई अब माया यो सजै अझै बलबन्दी जातियो तिमीले पाएर बोला नै खोजेको आफ्नै तानेर हाय हाय गलबन्दी जातियो तिमीले तानेर बोला नै खोजेको आफ्नै तानेर हावा चालिसिरी हाटै जिरी म बजाउँछु गुरेली तिरी तिमी नाच्छ फेरि हावा चालिसिरी हाटै जिरी म बजाउँछु गुरेली तिरी तिमी नाच्छ फेरि तिमी नाच्छ फेरि निरजैले रिसाउने निरजैले रिसाउने निरजैले होला माया सुन माया रिसाउने निरजैले रिसाउने निरजैले रिसाउने निरजैले पछि पछि वासिङटन पराया आगे आगे तो भएको होला पछि पछि वासिङटन पराया शीघ्र नदिउ माबिरे खानेलाई माया नदेऊ माहिरी जानेलाई शीघ्र नदिउ माबिरे खानेलाई माया नदेऊ माहिरी जानेलाई एकाली है छोयाको डोको सानो माया है लगाउने डोको आपुकै मर्छौ को प्यारे बन्सोल्टी पर गाती ए बन्सोल्टी पर गाती ले कहानी है छोयाको डोको सानो माया है लगाउने डोको आपुकै मर्छौ को प्यारे बन्सोल्टी पर गाती बन्सोल्टी बराबर नागाती बन्सोल्टी बराबर नागाती
Wow,
That's
wow, wow,
nice.
that's awesome. Thank you. You know, Sudin, you did, take us to China, then India, actually, and then the, Nepal, and now you are in Washington D.C. What amazing! Wouldn't you say, Ravi? So, Ravi, thank you for joining today. Our program is almost at the end, and we look forward to talking to you guys again. Thank you very much. Kong si fa chai, Chunian, Khaila, and
Thank you.
stay healthy, stay safe, and let's be
Thank you.
in touch
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you,
Laila.
Srinalu. That was amazing performance. Hope our listener and our they listen your dance actually they hear, and of
Thank
course
you.
our
Thank you.
Facebook and YouTube followers will enjoy it again and again. And again, you can spread the word in your area. Ravi in Australia, so at least
Yeah.
people can search for Radio Nepal USA, and you can watch your interview again and again and just share
Sure,
it.
sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely that will be. Thank you
I'll do
again,
that.
guys. We'll look forward
Thank
to
you,
it.
Raviji. Thank you, Sunita.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See ya. Bye.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Dear listeners, तपाईँ सुन्दै हुनुहुन्थ्यो रेडियो नेपाली युएसए आजको प्रोग्राम हाम्रो यहीँ सकिँदैछ फेरि फेरि सुन्दै गर्नुहोस् एभ्री स्याटरडे 7 PM to 9 PM. थ्याङ्क यू अगेन एन्ड तपाईँको होस्ट म जय र सृजनजी लास्टमा केही भन्नुहुन्छ श्रोताहरूलाई
थ्याङ्क यू सबैलाई हजुरहरूले लिसन गर्नुभयो र हामीलाई अहिलेसम्म 2 घन्टासम्म लिसन गरेर बस्नुभयो त्यसको लागि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद गर्न चाहन्छु र अर्को स्याटरडे फेरि हामी भेट्ने नै छौँ त्यति बेलासम्मको लागि बाई बाई
बाई बाई
Bye-bye.